Decoding English with Dr. Manpreet. Today we are going to take up a play by Vijay Tendulkar, Kanyadaan. So this is the play which we are going to study today. But before we proceed with the summary and the critical analysis of the play, let's just have a brief introduction of the writer. Full name Vijay Tendulkar, born in 1928, died in 2008. He was a leading Indian playwright, movie and television scriptwriter, literary essayist and a political journalist. His plays are derived from the inspirations from real life incidents or the social upheavals. And his plays also portray the harsh realities of the society and also the political situation which is prevailing in the ongoing society. Tendulkar is against Hindu social groups, especially against the Brahmins, and we can see this in most of his writings, whatever he's writing. His best known plays are Ghasiram Kotwal, Sakharam Binder, and Kanyadaan is also one amongst those plays. His best known movies include Kamla, Ghasiram Kotwal, Art Satya, Manthan, Akrosh, Shantata, Court Chale Aahe. Because he is writing in Marathi, so these are the writings which he wrote, and many of them were also translated in English. His awards include Padma Bhushan, which was conferred to him by the Government of India in 1984. Then he was awarded the Sangeet Natak Academy Fellowship in 1998. Then the National Film Award for Best Screenplay for the film Manthan, and also Akrosh in the future, that was in 1977, and he was also given the Saraswati Samman, a great honor, in 1993, followed by Kalidas Samman in 1999. So we can well imagine that he was such a versatile writer who has been writing so much and contributed a lot in the world of literature. So now let's study the play and understand it a bit more. Kanyadaan is a Marathi play translated in English by Gauri Ramnarayan. It's a controversial play which portrays the sensitivity of the society. It also shows the sensitive social and political issue. Discrimination between the upper class and the Dalits. Tendulkar was awarded Saraswati Samman for this play, and it is divided into two parts. The main characters of the play. Firstly, we have Nath Devalikar, who is an idealist and a Gandhi supporter and also an active social worker. He is also an MLA. The next we have is his wife, Seva Devalikar, who is the wife and also an active social worker. Next we have Jyoti, who is Nath's daughter and also following the footsteps of the father. Jayaprakash, Nath's son, also assists him in the social upliftment and the social work. And one main character, also Arun Athalve, who is a Dalit boy whom Jyoti wants to get married. So these are the main characters in the play. Now when the play starts, the first scene opens into Nath's home, where Nath is criticizing the transport system. जब play start होता है तो सबसे पहले हमें नाथ के घर में first scene जो है वहाँ दिखाया जाता है, जहाँ पे वो transport system को criticize कर रहे हैं. And he is an idealist. He believes in democracy. He hates caste discrimination. नाथ जो है कास्ट डिस्क्रिमिनेशन के बहुत अगेंस्ट हैं और उसको पूरी तरह से खत्म करना चाहते हैं. He is also a progressive person who is working for the upliftment of Dalit discrimination. वो एक ऐसे व्यक्ति हैं जो पूरी तरह से दलित डिस्क्रिमिनेशन और सोसाइटी को अपलिफ्ट करने का एक सपना देखते हैं. About Seva, we know that she is working for the upliftment of women, and Jyoti, as we know, she meets Arun for quite some time, and then both of them want to get married. दोनों जब शादी करना चाहते हैं ज्योति और अरुण, तो एक दिन अरुण जो है वो ज्योति के घर आता है और फैमिली को मिलना चाहता है. लेकिन फैमिली जब उससे मिलती है तो फैमिली दो भागों में बट जाती है. Because there are two groups formed in the family. The first group is Jyoti and Nath, who want to eliminate the caste system, and they want that Jyoti should marry Arun. The second group is formed of Seva and Jaiprakash. Both of them are against marriage. वो समझते हैं कि ये सब आइडियलिज्म है जो कि रियलिटी में प्रैक्टिकल काम नहीं करेगा. लेकिन बार बार इंसिस्ट करने के बाद अरुण जब घर पर आता है फैमिली को मिलने के लिए, तो उससे उसकी लाइवलीहुड, उसके बारे में पूछा जाता है. तो वो ज्योति की मदर को बताते हैं दैट ही इज ओनली अ बीए. एंड जब मदर उनसे पूछती है कि वो आगे क्या काम करेंगे, तो अरुण बड़े आराम से कहते हैं दैट ही विल स्टार्ट मेकिंग लिकर एंड ज्योति विल सर्व एंड इट विल बी अ ग्रेट बिजनेस. वो ये इसलिए कहते हैं क्योंकि वो हाई सोसाइटी को हेट करते हैं और उन लोगों से अपना बदला लेना चाहते हैं. सो डेलिबरेटली वो इस तरह की बातें करते हैं. और घर पर भी जब ज्योति की मदर के आने से पहले अरुण वहां पर बैठे हैं तो ही फील्स वेरी अनकंफर्टेबल. उनको बहुत अनकंफर्टेबल फील होता है. और जब ज्योति बार बार उनसे पूछती है तो ही सेज दैट आई एम अफ्रेड ऑफ बिग हाउसेस. वो कहते हैं कि उनको बड़े घरों से भी डर लगता है. और जब ज्योति बार बार इंसिस्ट करती है और फिर बातें करती है, तो एक टाइम पर अरुण ऑन पेज 17 सेज, will you marry me and eat stinking bread with spoilt dal in my father's hut without vomiting? Tell me, Jyoti, can you shit every day in our slums village toilet like my mother? So इस तरह की वो जली कटी बातें कहते हैं. And he also says, can you beg quaking at every door for a little grass for our buffaloes? Come on, tell me. So ये कहकर वो ज्योति को काफी हर्ट करते हैं, लेकिन साथ में ही 2 पल के बाद वो इस चीज के लिए माफी मांगते हैं कि उन्होंने ऐसी कड़वी बातें कही हैं. सो इस तरह से हम देखते हैं कि अरुण जो है ही इज अ वेरी डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ पर्सन. ही हेट्स द अपर क्लास एंड he wants to take revenge on the upper classes by marrying Jyoti. So we see that Arun is behaving cruelly with Jyoti after marriage also, and at one time she returns home. एक बार वो घर भी आ जाती है नाराज होकर, क्योंकि वो बहुत ज़्यादा दुखी हो जाती है अरुण के बिहेवियर से. लेकिन कुछ टाइम बाद ही अरुण आकर माफ़ी मांग लेता है और फिर ज्योति को वो वापस घर ले जाता है. सो इस तरह से ये लाइफ जो है उनकी किसी तरह से चलती रहती है. And in the due course, what happens is that Nath starts hating Arun because of his behavior, because of his very cruel behavior, I would say, with Jyoti. Jyoti के साथ वो बहुत बुरी तरह से पेश आता है. सो इस वजह से नाथ जो है उसको हेट करने लगते हैं. And he also tortures Jyoti in pregnancy. When Jyoti is into the family way, उस टाइम पे भी उसको वो बहुत ज़्यादा तंग करते हैं. एंड वो सब अरुण जो है वो इसीलिए कर रहे हैं बिकॉज ही वॉन्ट्स टू टेक रिवेंज ऑन द अपर क्लासेस. वो बहुत बुरी तरह से अपर क्लासेस से हेट करते हैं. अदरवाइज उनके जो गुड पॉइंट्स हैं दैट वी सी इन द प्ले, दैट ही इज अ गुड पोएट, ही इज अ गुड राइटर, and in the course of time we see that Arun publishes an autobiography, और वो ऑटोबायोग्राफी जब पब्लिश होती है तो उसके लिए वो नाथ को इनवाइट करते हैं कि वो उनके बुक लॉन्च पर आएं और अपनी स्पीच दें, लेकिन नाथ जो है वो बिल्कुल भी आना नहीं चाहते. He refuses to come because of the hatred that is going on in his mind and in his heart. But on the insistence of Seva, that is Jyoti's mother, बार बार माँ के कहने पर कि कहीं वो उनकी डॉटर को और ज़्यादा तंग ना करे, सो इसलिए नाथ मान जाते हैं और वो इस फंक्शन पर जाते हैं. एंड ही प्रिसाइड्स द फंक्शन एंड ऑल्सो प्रेजेस अरुण फॉर द फियर दैट ही विल टॉर्चर ज्योति. सो अपनी बेटी के लिए वो अरुण की काफ़ी प्रेज करते हैं उस फंक्शन पर, जो कि ज्योति को गवारा नहीं है, बिकॉज ज्योति फील्स दैट ही इज बिहेविंग इन अ वेरी हिपोक्रिटिकल मैनर. सो ज्योति इज एक्चुअली पेन्ड एट दैट हिपोक्रिटिकल स्पीच एंड शी एक्यूजेस हर फादर. वो अपने फादर को एक्यूज करती है कि उन्होंने सारी उम्र तो उनको आइडियलिज्म सिखाया है और यहाँ पर आकर उन्होंने अपना जो स्टाइल है वो एकदम से ही बदल दिया है. How he can change his nature and how he can give a hypocritical speech for the person whom he just hates. For that, Nath says that he doesn't hate Arun. और वहाँ पर ज्योति फिर कहती है that he is wrong and she says, you have been always saying that hatred not for the man but for his tendencies. No man is fundamentally evil, he is good. And she says, they must be transformed. ये सब आपने सिखाया है, completely uprooted and destroyed, and then the earth will become heaven. It is essential to awaken the God slumbering within man. So she feels that this is the lesson he has been teaching the children. ये सब सिखाते हुए गुडनेस जगाओ आदमी के अंदर. हर इंसान के अंदर गुडनेस है. कोई भी ऐसा इंसान नहीं है जो पूरी तरह से बीमार हो. बीमार का मतलब मेंटली सिक हो. सो शी सेज दिस यू हैव बीन टीचिंग अस एंड नाउ you are behaving in such a hypocritical manner because you hate Arun and still you are giving a speech, a good speech in front of everybody. And she says that Arun is both a beast. She says that I know Arun better than anyone else. He is also a beast and also a lover. I'm taking the lines from page 67 to 69. And she says, no one can know Arun better than me because when he comes home, he is all drunk, he is all staggering, and she says that it is impossible to distinguish the demon from the poet. So this is the kind of things what Jyoti talks to her father, and she says that you have been teaching us not to run from the battlefield. You have been teaching us that it is cowardly to bow down to circumstances. और ये सब चीजें सिखाने के बाद वो कहती है कि आपकी इस शिक्षा की वजह से, आपकी इस शिक्षा की वजह से मैंने अपने 20 साल गंवाए हैं. I have sacrificed my 20 years for all this, learning all these things, and we used to clap at that time saying that our father is a great man, and today she feels ashamed that the father can change himself according to his will. She says, I was deeply offended by your hypocrisy and why this man have to inject and drug every day with goodness and truth. And if he can get away from it at his will, what right had he to close our options? She says, खुद तो आप अपनी मर्जी से कभी भी चेंज हो गए. Now when the situation comes, you turn hypocritical while you close all the options for us. मेरे लिए कोई दरवाजा खुला नहीं छोड़ा. I can't come back. I can't live with Arun. So this is the plight of Jyoti because she's suffering. She's on the family way and she keeps suffering in the hands of Arun, and now she feels a mental suffering under her father. And now she feels that Arun and the father are not alike, are not different. They are almost alike. क्योंकि एक उसको फिजिकली टॉर्चर कर रहा है और एक उसको मेंटली टॉर्चर कर रहा है. And this is the plight of Jyoti, which is really pitiful towards the end of the play. Now coming to the themes of the play, it talks about intercaste marriage, and we come to the conclusion that intercaste marriage can never be a solution for obliterating the caste discrimination. कास्ट डिस्क्रिमिनेशन को हटाने के लिए इंटरकास्ट मैरिज जो है वो कोई सॉल्यूशन नहीं है, बिकॉज ह्यूमन नेचर इज नॉट चेंजिंग. Human nature keeps on going in the same manner as what Tendulkar has put in his play. And next, we see that it is a journey from ignorance to experience. नाथ के बारे में हम देखते हैं towards the beginning of the play, he is quite ignorant. He just dreams about the things and he just thinks that he will eliminate the caste system, he will make world a better place, a heavenly place. But from ignorance, he sees that slowly and gradually he experiences the harsh realities of life. He sees that Arun continues with his ways. He doesn't reform. He keeps on with the same ways as he was doing in his life before marrying Jyoti. And lastly, idealism versus the reality. We see that Nath was an idealist and he had great ideals about the society, about making a better place, and about obliterating the caste system, about reforming every person. There are no Dalits, there is no upper class society, all are equal. So this was the idealism he was carrying, and due to this idealism, he experimented with the daughter. He put her into the marriage with the Dalit boy Arun, and out of that he just looks at the reality, what comes out of it. What is the outcome of that? The reality is that Jyoti is the sufferer and she is crippled towards the end because she doesn't have her parents' home, she doesn't have her husband's home. She just submits to the circumstances, and the plight of Jyoti is really pitiable, which is also showing the society in reality. The afterword of the play is some extract from the speech which Vijay Tendulkar had given, in which he says that it is an expression to the deep-rooted malaise and the pains of the society. And he also says that I have not cheated my generation in portraying all this. And he says I could have simplified the matters and I could have given the solution, or I could have taken up the issues on my own. But he says I left it for the audience to decipher, to decide. And he had presented the play as he had seen the society, as he was observing what is going on in the society. And lastly, he says, I have been given this Saraswati Saman to me for the play for which I once had a slipper hurled at me. He was insulted for this. एक बार इसी चीज के लिए उनको इंसल्ट किया गया था, और वो कहते हैं कि आज मुझे वही इंसल्ट और सम्मान दोनों इकट्ठे मिल रहे हैं. So this is the fate of the play Kanyadaan. So thank you so much. Thank you for listening.